Hey guys, it's Lady Winchester here again for another makeup look. So hope everybody's doing well. Hope you enjoyed the first video as well. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. This is a look I've done a few times and I haven't exactly gotten any compliments on it because I don't think anybody knows kind of what I'm going for, but I'll let my shirt do the talking. Let's see if I can get up so you guys can see it. That's right. We are gonna do a winter soldier look today. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. I've done it a few times in my daily life and I have so much fun with it. And plus it matches my mask. So I'm gonna pin my hair back. First gonna start with the Too Faced Hangover RX. This is what I use in my daily life. My everyday makeup looks. This is what I use. Tilt this mirror up so I can see what I'm doing. I really like this because it hydrates my skin, and not only that, it doesn't break me out. So that's always a plus. And then I'm also gonna take my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray and I'm just gonna spritz this on my face. Again, this just gives the makeup something to adhere to. And then I'm gonna let that dry. This fan. Speaking of fans, I became a Marvel fan after the first Avengers movie. So I haven't been in the Marvel fandom for very long, so, but, because I grew up as a DC kid. I grew up watching Batman, the animated series. To this day, that is the quintessential Batman for me. You can't tell me any otherwise. Christian Bale's portrayal of Batman comes in second, but the first and only for me is Kevin Conroy. That's all I have to say about that. So, what I'm gonna do is do my eyebrows, and I didn't mean to get that close to you guys. Hello. Take the Maybelline Tattoo Studio pomade in 376 medium brown and a small angle brush. Just like this, small angle brush. And I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows. So what I like to do when I do my eyebrows is I like to draw a line above the brow like this, and then draw a line below the brow, and then use the product that I've already laid down to just comb through these brows. And voila, there we go. We have an eyebrow. Now to draw on her friend here. And if there are any bald spots, you can always go back in. Or if you didn't get enough to start with, you can always go back in and get more. And if it looks bad, well, it wipes off. It's okay. Nobody's gonna know. I won't tell. I won't tell on you. So, and bada bing, bada boom. Actually, let me get this right here because they're not exactly even. I get it, they're sisters, not twins, but we want them to look somewhat similar. That's better. Okay, so normally I use a brow gel, but I forgot. This look is not about the eyebrows. This is about the eyes. So that's what we're here for. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this eyeshadow primer. It's from the Beauty Crop. It's called Stuck on You. I think I used this in my last video too, but this is what I've been using to prime my eyelids recently. And I just apply it with my finger. You can always use concealer to apply this as well. And then I've noticed when I use this, I need to set down some kind of a base for this to basically to get it look right. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna take the Storybook Cosmetics Witchcraft and Wizardry palette. This is the palette we're gonna be using to create this look. But any palette with these colors would be just fine. So what I'm gonna do is take a flat brush like this and take this color, Prophecy, right there and put it all over my eyelid. Put it on the second lid. And there we go. So with that done, I took inspiration from the Winter Soldier outfit when creating this look. Lots of dark colors, and then of course we have the shiny metal arm and the signature red star that Hydra slapped on poor Bucky. So here we go. I am first gonna take Bewitched right here and highlight my brow bone. Just a smidgen. And I'm laying this down just so it just brings attention to the brow bone. There we go. If my eyelids look a little green, it's because I created another look that I'm gonna share with you guys at some point. It's on my list of things to do. So I'm excited. I really hope that you guys like this content that I'm putting out, because I have a lot of fun creating it and thinking to myself, what can I put out next? What can I do next? And then with a small brush like this, small tip brush, I'm gonna take this color Jinx right here, right there. Yep. And I'm just gonna apply it on the inner corner of my eye to open the eye up. See, this is where our shiny metal color of the arm comes in, of Bucky's bionic arm. So some people have asked me, why Bucky? Why is Bucky my favorite? He just is. I can't really explain it. It's one of those things that's like, I've, you know, saw, admittedly, I didn't watch Captain America, the first Avenger, until later on. So I think I watched it after I watched Civil War, because Civil War is probably my favorite Marvel movie of all time. And I've seen a lot of Marvel movies. So once I saw kind of Bucky in action, I was like, I gotta know more. What's his backstory? Why does he have a metal arm? You know, that kind of thing. And I went back and I watched Captain America, the first Avenger. And I was like, and listen, I have a thing for the 1940s. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what it is. That time period fascinates me. And Bucky in that army uniform, whew, goodness gracious, whew. I'm a sucker for men in uniform, but especially seeing like the old, like 1940s, you know, dress uniforms, whew, hello. I think the only thing that tops that is the Marine dress blues. Just, that's my opinion, don't come for me. But anyway, so what I am gonna do next is I am gonna take what am I gonna do? I've done this look before and I've said that, but it's just like, it's like I change it up every time. Like how intense do I feel like going? So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go intense this time. We're gonna have some fun here. I'm gonna take this color right here, Salem, with this fluffy brush, and I'm gonna place it in the crease of my eye. So anyway, I saw Bucky fall. I cried a lot. And I just found his character to be interesting. And then also Sebastian Stan, easy on the eyes, more than easy on the eyes. He's just, he's nice to look at. I like to look at his face. So, and fun fact, Sebastian Stan and I share a birthday, but he's 6 years older than me. So he is my sister's age. So that's it's your little fun fact there for the day. August 13th is our birthday. We also share it with Alfred Hitchcock and Danny Bonaducci. And I'll lay down this groundwork right here. And then I am gonna come in with this smudging brush, this little smudgy brush right here. And I'm gonna take this color, Cauldron, right here, which is a black, it's a almost gray black. And I'm gonna smudge it right on the crease. Oh, it really is gonna pop. Can you guess the next shade we're gonna use next? Can you guess? Are you gonna guess? Are you guessing right now? There we go. And then what I'm gonna do is come in with the tapered end of this smudging brush. This is actually an Urban Decay brush. This came with my Smoky palette. And I'm gonna blend all that together. And then I can get it darker if I want it, which I do, because why not? The Winter Soldier. And the Winter Soldier for a moment. So, I always wear this look with like one of my many Bucky shirts and combat boots, because it just makes me feel cool. And then I'm also I'm gonna dip back into that color Cauldron a little bit and fluff it out. There we go. I like that more. Just going in small circles to kind of work it out. And then just do the same thing. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, so there's that. Now we've laid down the groundwork. This is the fun part. There's a bug in here. Ugh, bugs. Ugh. I get it, they're necessary for the ecosystem, but you have to flutter around while I'm filming. Bother me. So the fun part. We're gonna take this color Sorcerer, and we're gonna put that on the lid. Exciting. If you want it to show up more intensely, what you can do is take your setting spray. There's a hair. Take your setting spray. and wet the brush. That way when the shadow is wet, it shows up more intense. So then, continuing on my Marvel journey, which I have left off. So then I saw Captain America: The Winter Soldier, for obvious reasons. Went back and watched Civil War again. And about that time, it was time to see Infinity War. And again, I still hadn't watched a lot of the movies that tie in to Infinity War. So, shame, shame, shame on me. I did do it though. I eventually did do it. So which one hadn't I seen yet? I hadn't seen Panther. I hadn't seen Black Panther. And I hadn't seen Thor: The Dark World. There was a bunch that I hadn't watched at that point, so I had seen Thor: Ragnarok, but it had been a while, so I wasn't really abreast of everything. Either that or I was just watching it for the sake of watching it and not realizing that all the dots were connecting, but you know, whatever. We're all friends here. I can admit that. All right. Now that we got our red laid down, you know what? I am gonna wet the shadow brush. What the hell? Why not? Sure. So also another funny story is that, so I'm all up in Marvel's business, watching all this stuff, and I'm recommending it to my best friend, and I'm like, dude, you gotta watch these movies. These are so good. She starts watching it. She's like, dude, Chris Evans. And I said, yes, Chris Evans. Whew. Goodness gracious. Good God, Chris Evans. So anyway, I was like, yeah, Chris Evans is hot and all, but did you get a load of Bucky? Like, good looking man. That is a really very attractive human being. And she's like, I don't know. You know, she's like, oh, he's hot and all, don't get me wrong, but you know, Chris Evans is more my type. Captain America, Steve Rogers is my type. And that's why she's my best friend, because we don't argue over men. Whoever, you know, I pick, she always chooses the opposite. Like, when it comes to Supernatural, she's a Sam girl, I'm a Dean girl. So, so that's funny. My other best friend is a Dean girl, and we have a mutual agreement. I'm kidding. So, with those colors laid down, what I'm gonna do next is first put this right over here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on my face. Because well, actually I'm not gonna start on my face. I'm gonna take my eyeliner. This is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof that I used last time. And the reason I like to use a stick eyeliner is not my go-to. Liquid eyeliner is my go-to. I use stick eyeliner because then I can kind of smudge it if I want to, or it'll smudge by itself throughout the day. And if you remember, he's got, you know, basically what looks like eyeliner on all over his eyes. So call it combat paint, call it whatever you want to call it. It's eyeliner. So I'm just gonna smudge this on my eyelid. And I'm also gonna tight line my eye. That's mainly what I use stick eyeliner for, is tight lining. And then, so I watched Infinity War, and there's a hair or something right near my eye. Anyway, I watched Infinity War. Can I just say that that ruined my life? Like, I can say that in front of you guys, right? Like, Infinity War ruined my life. for that particular day. It was terrible. Not because the movie was bad. The movie was fantastic. They zapped away Bucky. That was not okay. I was very upset. Hearing him go, Steve, and then he just whoosh, gone from my life. I'm like, how dare you? First of all, that was rude. Nobody consulted me because I would have told them don't do that. But he came back in Endgame, and that's all that mattered. So a friend of mine a friend that I work with saw it before I did, and I was just like, first of all, no spoilers. Second of all, if they don't bring Bucky back, then my life has no meaning. I'm just a little dramatic, can you tell? Just a little. I started reading the fan fiction, and then I started watching Sebastian's other work, and I found myself accidentally calling him Bucky, but that's fine. He doesn't know. He does now if he's watching this, but I doubt that very seriously. So, anywho, I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild Big Papa mascara. This is not my favorite mascara. I tried it out and I liked it, but it's no Lash Paradise. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just gonna put this on. There we go. And I'm not worried about it being on my eyelid right this moment. Because once it dries, I am gonna swipe that sucker away. That's another tip for you. Just wait until your mascara completely dries, and then you're able to just swipe it away with a Q-tip. With a Q-tip. So yeah, started reading the fan fiction, wrote some fan fiction, because that's what I do with my spare time, which I don't have a lot of anymore. But when I had spare time, I wrote fan fiction. You can actually find my blog. I'll link it in the description box. It's on Tumblr, and it's the same name, Lady Winchester 1967. And so that's the eye look right there. Like I said, I'm gonna get a Q-tip and fix Whiz. Try not to, I try very, very hard not to cuss. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know how flexible we are over here, so on YouTube with swearing. So I'm not totally letting my freak flag fly right now. I might at some point. I don't know. It's not like this is a family show anyway, because talking about, I just noticed that this eye is not as even as this eye, so I have to go in and fix it, because otherwise it's going to drive me absolutely bonkers. I'm going to take this Tarte brush right here and go back into Cauldron and just, there, that's better. That's much better. I like that. I like that a lot better. I think it's going well, don't you? See? That's better. Watched Mulan with my son today. He's 4 months old, so he doesn't understand what's going on, but I like Mulan. So I kept him quiet, so I guess he enjoyed it. Anytime he is not screaming is a good time. There we go. And then I'm gonna go back into that Prophecy, which is that white color that I used in the beginning to kind of soften this up a little bit. I realized I don't like the gold. I'm gonna get my trusty brow highlighter. This is my Tarte Maneater palette. And I'm gonna take this color Lace and use it to highlight my brow. Gives this nice icy color. And then of course I heard the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was coming out, and they filmed in Atlanta. Why, how did I not try to be an extra on that? Oh yeah, because I have a full-time job, that's why. I wish I could have been an extra on that set just to watch it all happen. That would have been, that would have been so much fun. And then I'm gonna punch up this Sorcerer color if it kills me. I'm gonna take this other brush. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, and I'm gonna wet it. I'm dipping into Sorcerer again, and I'm gonna wet this. Cause it's kind of not coming out the way I want. So I'm trying to work with it before I move on to my face. Maybe if they do a season 2, I'll see if I can be an extra. Y'all shoot on the weekends? Y'all shoot on the weekends? Hello? There we go. That's better. That's better. I like that a lot more. And then I'm gonna kick up that inner corner highlight too. With that same small brush in that color Jinx. There. That's better. Okay. Into it. Into it. So. I'm a clean as you go type girl, and it's a huge mess right here on my vanity. And it's driving me absolutely bonkers. Alright, so I am going to take one of my favorite foundations. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear in the shade 390. Does it have a shade name? I think it did at one point. I don't know what it is. It's 390 and it's the lightest shade that they make because that's what I need. That's so pale. So take 2 squirts. Back of my palm, or back of my palm? This is the back of my hand. It's been a long day. All right. Just gonna apply this all over my face. And then the other was, you know, why do a Winter Soldier look? Why not? I mean, why the hell not? I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of other, you know, I'm sure there's Iron Man looks and, you know, Captain America looks, Hulk looks, you know, the usual. Just as you do. I mean, why not? We all express our fandoms through different mediums. This is my medium. So, and also fan fiction, but we are not here to discuss fan fiction. We can, if you want to. Let me know in the comments below, and I can talk about my fan fiction. I can talk about fan fiction all day long. Like who some of my favorite writers are, what they write for, who they write for, all that good stuff. So I think my Tumblr is linked in my description. Either way, I'll link it for you guys. It'll be fine. I'll link it in the description box. So, here we go. That's all blended. And then I'm gonna take my concealer, which is the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer. It is an under eye concealer, but I use it as an all over concealer, just because I can. So, and that's what I have on hand. So I didn't care for the Wet n Wild one. I tried using it after the video, and I didn't care for it. It's just a little too dark. So is the Photo Focus, and I got the lightest shade they had at 5 Below. It oxidized and it dried weird, so. And my husband, who gives no fucks about makeup. Oops. Oh well. he didn't care about makeup. He was just like, I can tell where your foundation stops and your face starts. And I was like, damn it. Alright. Content is not for children. It's fine, I guess. Whatever. There, I said it. Alright. So, and then I'm gonna take my beauty sponge and I'm just gonna blend my troubles away. We're in the end game now. That line still gives me chills. We're in the end game now. Benedict Cumberbatch sure does know how to deliver a line. Alright. Cover up that brown spot that we all know I hate. And that's another reason I use a particular concealer, is because it covers up that dark spot really well. I'm gonna go back in with another layer of mascara. And this is another reason why I don't like this, because when I put on mascara, you can't tell I have on mascara. So what is the fucking point? Still can't tell that I have on mascara, but whatever. It's fine, I suppose. I like a lengthening, like a fan mascara. Anywho, so now I'm gonna take my Coty Airspun loose setting powder in translucent, dump that sucker in the lid, and then I'm gonna take the butt of my beauty blender and just dust her on down there. Okay, so the shirt I got at Dragon Con. The first time I went to Dragon Con. Actually, that was the only time I've been to Dragon Con. Because we went in 2019. It was me and my husband, and we went. Because at the time where I worked, a coworker had tickets and he wasn't going to use them. He had been given them. And I said, dude, let me get your tickets. So he was like, yeah, sure, here you go. I'm like, cool. So I went with my husband because it had been many, many years since he had been to Dragon Con. And we went, we had a blast. I saw this shirt and I had to have it. So I was like, Starbuckies, haha. It says Starbuckies, sorry. I always say Starbuckies because that makes me laugh. And I'm gonna dab my ears because my ears get red. kind of giving that under eye area. Oh, I can let it bake for a little bit. There we go. And then while that is baking, I am gonna dust away this excess. For bronzer and highlighter, I'm gonna go a little bit easy, and I'm gonna use the Hoola Light Bronzer by Benefit. And I'm gonna take this Supernatural makeup brush, and it's got a chisel on it. It's got a chisel on it. And blend it down. I find myself reaching for this brush all the time, like especially if I'm just doing like a light bronzer, because my other one, my e.l.f. angled brush, is like more concentrated. This is for when I want like a subtle bronze. I want to really define, I'll get in there with that e.l.f. brush. Some bronzer on the tip of the chisel brush, just the tip. And blend up. There we go. Good, very good. And then I'm gonna take my blush brush and my good trusty NARS Orgasm blush. Just put that on. A nice subtle flush to the face. A little bit on the forehead. A little bit on my chin and tip of my nose. Just a little bit, just enough. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Too Faced Candlelight Glow in Rosy Glow and this tapered blending brush and do a really subtle highlight. Y'all saw how intense that Makeup Revolution was last time, so, and that's my go-to, but for this particular look, there we go. Swirl the brush around in there. And then again, you can use the same thing and just wet the brush if you want to, if you want a more intense highlight. But like I said, this is gonna be kind of subtle for this. And then what I'm gonna do is finish this look off with some lipstick. You might be thinking to yourself, that's a little bit overkill, isn't it? Lipstick, red lipstick, and red eyeshadow. No, not for me. It's not. Not for me, it's not. So, we're gonna take the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in the shade 145 Very Cherry. And, well, in theory, outline the lips. Do you not want to work today? What's wrong with you? Why aren't you working? Interesting. This is bone dry. That's probably why. Never fear, I have another red lip liner. Of course I do. Stilly style? Sure, we'll go with that. Or will we? No, that's a little bit dark for what we're wanting to do. You know what? Screw it. So I don't want to use lip liner. We won't use lip liner. Fine. No lip liner for me. That's fine. I love that for me. It's fine. We're gonna go in with MAC in Russian Red. And I'll do my best to fill in my lips the way I like. Without lip liner. Okay, fine. It's fine here. Please. Oh. It feels so good to put lipstick on. I've been using liquid lips because my mask doesn't smudge it. Oh, MAC Russian Red, how I've missed you. Yes. Funny story about red lipstick. Allegedly, Adolf Hitler hated red lipstick. So that's why you saw a lot of women in the 40s wearing it. It was considered patriotic to wear red lipstick. All because Hitler hated it, allegedly. I don't know if that's true or not. Then I'm gonna finish this look off with the matte setting spray again. All right, and that is it. We are done. This is, fluff my hair out a little bit. This is the finished look. What do you guys think? See, it's a fun way to give tribute to our boy Bucky and a fun way to have fun with makeup. So let me know what you guys think about this look in the comments section down below. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, love you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all the things, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.